Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Tinubu Silva. The Minister of Trade and Industry was present earlier. I don't know if he's left. The distinguished senators here present, members of the House of Representatives here present. The CEO of the Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Authority, Engineer Kamalafa, CEO of the Downstream Regulatory Authority, distinguished scribe, Ozumba Mbadiwe, Wale, fellow CEOs here present, and of course, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and the conference organizers. The conference clearly is of great importance to us, because there are very few opportunities to get as an industry to sit in one room and talk about topical issues. So I've been given 10 minutes, and I've been told to use slides to ensure it's an efficient process. So I will speak very quickly about certain issues that touch on concerns. I think the OPEC strike mentioned and gave a detailed discussion regarding the challenges facing the industry. He's done a great job, and I've been personally privileged to at least attended several meetings as part of the delegation of the It's been an extremely rewarding experience for me, which we all understand what goes on in terms of, first of all, trying to create the avenue for our industry to get global recognition it deserves in terms of the volumes that need to be pushed in the country. I remember experiencing when the oil prices were low, when it was $60 a barrel, and they had to reduce the production. And I remember also experiencing when oil prices were now high, and they were now under pressure to reduce production. And then from an impression or a general perspective of being a price fixing cartel, everybody now got to understand its importance as a mechanism for balancing global demand and supply. There's a big push for renewables, as we know, and there's no doubt about the fact that we all need to get ready for the shifts. And the OECD countries currently are 90%, or sorry, about 70% of the consumption of petroleum products, and they will determine what gets consumed. And their policies are very clear. In the next, by 2015, they want to see the renewables mix in which fossil fuels accounts for the minimum contribution. So the reality is that we do need to get ready for that. In fact, Scotland actually last year consumed 90% of its electricity from renewables. Denmark aims to be 100% fossil free by 2030. The UK alone plans to not sell any petrol cars by 2030. 2030 is only 77 years ago. So it's a reality which we need to get together, get prepared for. However, what has certainly complicated the issue has been the COVID, which occurred, which ensured that everybody stopped investing for 2 years. And thereafter, the Ukraine crisis, which has created confusion to the extent that European countries are now switching on their own commitments and are now saying, we're going back to coal, we're going back to that. But for Nigeria, the issue we have is that we are a country which is dependent on the oil industry for its exports, and I think our focus should therefore be on ensuring that we are prepared to continue to export enough hydrocarbons to underscore our local economy. Now, my own constituency is the indigenous producer, and I must start by saying that the country has been very good to us in the sense that having traveled around, you go to Algeria, you go to Angola, you go to the other African oil producing nations, there's nowhere you see a local indigenous capacity that has been built in Nigeria. So, without a shadow of doubt, people are shocked when we travel and we tell our stories as to what we're doing. We're actually principals in the industry. Not just principals in the service side. We're building. You have companies like Allcell who are doing all the pipelines, you have trading companies like local, you have incredible capacity, and this capacity has actually been built. I must say personally, it's a good experience in my own lifetime. I started in the industry 30 years ago, as a small-time trader of diesel fuel, and I saw the government government create a local content act, I saw people who were interested in ensuring that we created a local capacity. And normally, entrepreneurship is what creates these things. So we actually had a policy that was in our seal. So effectively today, the locals are from 3% in 2010 to 30% in 2022. And the share of crude oil reserves, that's non-NMPC, non-private sector crude oil reserves, is about 40%. The share of gas reserves is about 32%. In addition to the government support which we received the IRC divesting. So Shell did several rounds of divestments, ESP, EDC, joint venture. There have been major divestments in the onshore, 2 rounds of that. ENI, which we were lucky to have done in 2014 for $1.6 billion. And then we've had recent announcements that have occurred for further divestments. Manual Field Round also created capacity for us. Unfortunately, it took us 17 years to do a new round, but thankfully, the leadership under Chief Silver have done a new round, which we did last year, and the results have been finalized, collated, and we're going to see substantial increase in production on that. We also have the PIA, and also I must underscore the enforcement of the local content by the Secretary. The current Secretary has been very firm on ensuring that there's local content in all our projects, and we must never underscore the commitment of the successive GMBs, starting from Tinubu's time, in terms of being able to ensure that we have local production, local support in the industries. Now, for us, we have certain key focus areas. And I'm going to start with somebody said when I was changing from being a struggling entrepreneur to being a corporate mind, in one of the courses I went to, they said plan for where you want to be in 5 years or 10 years. Agree where you want to be and then walk backwards and put the steps you need to achieve that purpose. So positioning for energy transition is critical for us as an industry. It's not something we can underestimate in any way, shape, or form. Nigeria needs to put the oil and gas to be exported, not consumed locally. The reality is that our consumption locally will peak, and it will probably increase based on economic growth. But the reality is that 90% of our foreign exchange comes from this industry. So this industry has to stay focused on its core areas, which is to provide dollars foreign exchange for the economy, irrespective of the challenges we face. So certainly, for long term, to be positioned for the energy transition, for the midterm, we do need to secure the financing to achieve that. And currently, one area, a key focus area for us would be to safeguard current production. Now, it's quite clear that gas is going to be the way to do this. Gas has been accepted as a transition fuel. So the good news is that we are number 1 gas reserves in Africa, number 3 gas producer in Africa, 49.4 million, the 6th largest global energy exporter. And you have to give credit to the way the GM of NNPC drove the signing of the energy last year to ensure that energy Stream 7 was approved. And even though we didn't want to sign, because once again, indigenous companies who are not on the other side don't necessarily get the right price of gas they deserve. I mean, the IOCs put the gas in at a cheap price and take it out as an expensive. But NNPCs and IOCs should also get that benefit. So some of us didn't, but I remember him calling me and saying, Mr. Tinubu, I don't care what your problems are, you have to sign this document. And I said, we have these challenges, and he said, come and see me. And I laid out all our challenges, and he said, look, this is an issue of national interest. Okay, we have to get this thing signed, we need to do it in this administration. We also need to get the PIA signed in this administration. These things have been ongoing for 25 years, and we need to put closure to this context. So whatever it is that your issues, and I laid it out, I said, no, we have to do this pipeline, and then we get no compensation for it. It's MPP negative on our books. And I said, note the issues, we will figure out ways of compensating as an indigenous company in other projects we're doing. But treat this as it is, and hold me personally responsible. So I'm saying it publicly to you. not necessarily in one day, but it comes over time. So what do we need to do, our people, what do we need to do, which is our own as indigenous companies? We probably need to accept and create a conglomerate approach to infrastructure development so that gas companies create a gas framework. We come together, create hubs of gas frameworks. Okay, towards being able to export our own gas, because gas is very expensive. So the reality is that if gas is a transition fuel, then and the NNPC is the core one that has the financing capacity, as well as the IOCs, and the indigenous want to continue to maintain their own presence in the industry, then we have to create things. Then I'm also very happy we have a floating energy project in Nigeria, which African Export-Import Bank has been very, very supportive towards indigenous producers in Nigeria. It's looking to pilot one thing. We could have several LNGs, floating LNGs, effectively without using technology. And then second, gas flaring is a simple way. We do need to use what the national, the Nigerian Regulatory Commission, as well as the Minister's Office has been driving, a whole gas capture policy. That flared gas is there, it's simple, there are solutions for doing so. Even with 40-foot container processing, modular processing plants, which we can deploy, then we do need to get this towards ensuring that we can do this. Certainly, securing financing will probably be a midterm goal. And I say this because when we all bought assets, we all use reserve-based lending to do so. And the oil companies, the IOCs are very kind. They've been doing this thing for 70, 80, 90 years. So they extract value, even where there's no money to be made, we all think they still make money. They find one way or another doing so. Anyway, when it came to the bids, we all bidded against ourselves and it took top dollar for the assets. So you saw all blocks going for $1 billion, $800 million, 1.5 billion, 2.2 billion, 3 billion. So we borrowed ourselves to do that. We took a lot of cash from the banking sector, both local and international, and we left very little money for working capital. Right? So the truth about the matter is, a few of us, successful ones, thank God we were one of them, were able to produce as much oil to pay down that debt and took advantage of the high prices. But a lot of companies are under the water. Eventually, the reserves are such that they will make their money back. But the NPVs of the return is certainly substantially lower if it takes you longer to make money. So effectively, one of the we need significant capital to expand the asset base that we see from the IOCs. There's a lot of reserves in this there. We are facing challenges from the global industry, as the OPEC scribe said. These COP24 or the drive to global net zero emissions is causing the banks to withdraw from fossil fuel financing. So in Africa, we've lost BNP Paribas, we've lost Natixis, we've lost so many financial institutions that we used to do. And I think one of the only ones who really stepped up from the local perspective has been the African Export-Import Bank. There's a bank being led by the Minister of Petroleum as well too, and his team, an African Energy Bank, which will do a lot towards supporting us. But the reality is that we as an industry need to figure out ways of being able to do this. One of the other ways is what is tapping the Nigerian bond market, which is $40 billion equivalent in assets. The bulk of the money is being loaned to the Nigerian government as treasury bills. As an industry that generates dollars and imports dollars into this country, we do need to be able to make a case, as they have done for infrastructure, for the oil industry to be able to get a substantial amount of money. That's the gas industry. The IOCs should get their money from Europe, the US. But we should be able to tap those resources towards being able to expand our industry. Also, sustainability linked financing is available internationally, and it's there, and we do need to it's giving priority for people who want to raise money. They're giving a lot of priority to people. As long as the project is a sustainable one, there's money to be raised internationally. The last point I'll talk about really is the decline in our production. The decline in our production is alarming. There's been a 43% reduction in our production from March 2022 to May 2020. We lose almost 20% of our daily crude oil production to all thieves, pipeline partners, and 200,000 barrels a day of oil is lost to all theft. Basically, 73 million barrels on average a year is lost to all theft and pipeline and that is now. These statistics that I report come from one of the new things which the new management team and NFBs have taken as a priority, which is publishing their financials, absolute transparency, and also commenting on the industry so that we have a good platform for everyone knowing what is going on around us. Now, these statistics are real, okay, and these challenges are real. Nigeria has expressed a 20% reduction of crude oil exports, and from an environmental degradation point of view, we have oil spills. 94% of oil spills in Nigeria are not due to us making mistakes as operators, but actually caused by theft. And then the oil companies get blamed for pollution, okay? And we get a bad reputation. From a GDP point of view, which we are critical in the Nigerian industry, 7.7%, 7 to 10% reduction in GDP indirectly caused as a result of the production. Even when we had OPEC struggle to say, agree reluctantly as they did to balance out by increasing quotas. When we were given the quota at 1.4, we were then doing 1.5. Now we give the quota, I think we'll get to 1.8 very soon because OPEC agreement expires in September. It's the easing production by 400,000 barrels a day. We will not be able to, we're not meeting it now and we cannot meet it by September. So, and in this time frame, the crude oil price today is $115. I think data Brent estimates $111 a barrel. Now, it's incumbent on us as industry leaders to find a solution to the problem. I think, it's always general. The general thought process has always been the government is responsible. The government is responsible. The reality is that society and players of society also have responsibility towards creating proper engagement to find solutions to these things. And those solutions require us on the onshore. We all have our security teams, our security commitment, our security budgets, but we all do it company to company, JV to JV. But when the guy who's breaking this pipeline, he doesn't decide I'm only going to touch a shell one today, I won't cross over to the Apache. Okay. So why do we do our budgeting and our planning and our security based on I don't think the Nigerian police treats murder in Abuja different from murder in Lagos, but the fact that the criminal can't be crossed. So we need a holistic perspective towards dealing with the problem. One, they say that when the problem, if you keep it to yourself, then it is your problem. If you share it with everybody, it's your problem. I also think the government needs to be open with us as an industry. We need to engage as an industry in the form of a roundtable. And if I had my way, today's session would be for upstream, for people who have offshore production only. We in this room that have downstream assets, we will be next room doing a security conference. Because the reality is that the biggest mitigating impact to us as indigenous players is the fact that we are losing all our production. So Tenwa lost the recent acquisition, they're 3% or 97%. We've gone from 50,000 barrels a day to 20,000 barrels a day. And the saddest part is that when we even drill, we spent over 90 million, 80 million, 90 million to build two fantastic wells. One of them was 100 million scf a day, the other was 110 million scf a day. Crude was 10,000, one was condensate, one well, the other was 12,000. By the time we shot in those wells, we shot them in about 6 times or 7 times. The performance in 2 years has gone back to marginal production. So we're seeing value erosion and value destruction. I think that we do need to collaborate with government agencies. I think we need to deploy technology. We can go out there and drill, drill at in ridiculous water depths. Okay? There's no reason why we can't deploy the same networks towards creating means of engaging government, towards ensuring, for example, area surveillance technology is deployed across the area. We should be able to see what is going on in the Niger Delta consistently on the screen or the phone, whatever it is. Sabotage detection technology, we need to effectively understand that it is our problem, this is not the government's problem. And we do need to engage about this matter. We have a fantastic team in charge of the regulatory side of the industry. We have a great minister, we have a great GMG, we have I think even an upstream regulator is not only a lawyer, he's also an engineer as well, with fantastic experience. And these are distinguished gentlemen who can help us push this agenda, and I think we should take the opportunity of using that. Apart from that, I don't have much else to say other than thank you very much for this.